What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back, ready to talk some hoops with all of you fine people. So thank you very much for tuning in on this fine morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time of day you're listening. Enjoy that. Please enjoy that. But today, I want to talk about some more NBA trade rumors because we're getting close to the offseason, people. So that means something is probably going to go down. But the trade rumor I want to talk about today features a very common name in trade rumors over the last couple of months, and that is Kevin Durant, who is currently a member of the Phoenix Suns. The rumor I heard was that Kevin Durant may be on his way to the Philadelphia 76ers. And I've seen a lot of different things here. Some are saying that, yeah, this is a real deal. Some people are saying that this is not a real deal and, you know, it's never going to happen. Yeah, whatever. I have no idea, right? But so Kevin Durant is entering the final year of his contract in which he's going to make $54.7 million next season. So the trade rumor here is that the Philadelphia 76ers, who jumped up in the lottery to the number 3 overall pick for the 2025 NBA draft, would consider trading the number 3 overall pick, Paul George, and I think it was like a 2030 first round pick or another first round pick, right? I don't remember the exact year. And I just think this would be like the Sixers really, I mean, I don't think this would be a worse move for them than what they initially did with Paul George, because I don't know why they signed him to that contract, but that's another story. But I really feel like the only thing you get here is getting Paul George off your books, right? Because Kevin Durant is on an expiring deal. He'd be off your books after a year. And then you might have some more financial freedom. It would basically undo the bad financial decision that was signing Paul George, who was 34 years old at the time, signing that guy to a $212 million deal, right? Because Paul George is going to be under contract until he's 38 years old, right? So I think if you're the Suns, you might have to do it. I don't think you have a lot of other options, right? And if you can get the number 3 overall pick in the draft, which is, highly assumed to be Ace Bailey, I think you get Ace Bailey. You also have Paul George on the roster now, and you have Bradley Beal. I think Ace Bailey being around those two guys would be good mentors for him. I think Paul George is a guy that they've compared him to. Bradley Beal is not a guy that they've compared him to, but I think Bradley Beal is a good scorer, and I think he has been in the NBA long enough to teach, young guys a thing or two. And I think, that gives Ace Bailey some room to actually grow, right? Obviously, then you still have Devin Booker there, who would also be a good, mentor for Ace Bailey. But, at this point, I don't even know if Devin Booker's going to stay there, right? Because, Devin Booker might be out the door if the Suns really want to have a chance to have any sort of ability to rebuild their roster over the next couple of years without, being just terrible and having no draft picks. They're going to have to trade Devin Booker because they're not trading Bradley Beal. He has the no-trade clause. And they could trade Kevin Durant, but that's how you end up with Ace Bailey and Paul George, right? So your team's not going to be great, but at least you have a 19-year-old guy on your roster who's assumed to have a lot of potential. So will it happen? I don't know. But again, I've seen reports that are saying this is a very real deal, and then reports that are like the Sixers will not be doing this. They're not trading for Kevin Durant, yada, yada, whatever. But would I rather have Paul George on a 4-year deal, or would I rather have KD on a 1-year deal? Probably KD on a 1-year deal, just based on how old both of them are at this, stage of the game. So that's the main one that I've been hearing. I've also been hearing, maybe, they trade him to San Antonio. I don't think KD's going to San Antonio. I don't think that would make a lot of sense. I think, the only one that would make sense, for San Antonio to really do is that Jaylen Brown trade that I mentioned in, one of my previous videos. But that's really it, man. I think if Kevin Durant's going to go anywhere, it's probably the Sixers. I think the Sixers are desperate enough, and I think they didn't really expect to even keep their pick to some extent, because I think if that pick fell like 2 slots back, it was going to OKC. So they might view this as like, we didn't think we were going to have this pick anyway. We thought we were going to be a lot better this season, so we thought the pick was just going to go to Oklahoma City. Why not just trade it, get Kevin Durant? We have more financial flexibility in the short term, and that's just how we have to do it, right? You basically get rid of your mistake of signing Paul George, which, who knows, maybe it won't turn out to be a mistake if they don't do this trade and they keep Paul George on the roster. But you could undo that financial decision by trading Paul George, the number 3 overall pick, and a future first-round pick for Kevin Durant. I think it's an interesting move. Might happen, might not. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to know what you think about this trade scenario. Do you think this could actually happen? And do you think this would be a good move for either team, both teams, none of them? Let me know. I'm going to catch you later, though. Stay safe, stay up, stay blessed, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.